The Yellowstone universe is far from over. In fact, it's about to dive into one of its most profound and gripping chapters yet. Paramount has just announced its next major addition to the Dutton saga, Yellowstone 1944, a World War II-era spin-off that promises to answer one of the biggest questions fans have had for years. Who exactly is John Dutton II? We've survived the economic collapse and personal heartbreaks of 1923, and witnessed the modern-day conflicts of land, legacy, and loyalty in Yellowstone. But there's always been a mysterious missing piece in the Dutton family tree, an era that shaped the man who would eventually become the father of Kevin Costner's John Dutton III. That man is John Dutton II, briefly seen in the flagship series and played by the late Dabney Coleman. But very little is known about him, until now. It's a long-awaited bridge between past and present. Set against the backdrop of World War II, the series is expected to follow the next generation of Duttons as they fight to preserve their land, their family, and maybe even their country. It's not just about cattle and cowboy hats this time. It's about war, loss, love, and survival. Let's rewind a bit. In the final moments, two major bombshells were dropped. Both Elizabeth and Alexandra, partners of Jack and Spencer Dutton, are pregnant. But here's the twist. Only one of their unborn children will carry on the Dutton name and eventually become John Dutton II. This isn't just a matter of family drama. It's the DNA of the entire Yellowstone legacy will likely reveal which child survives and grows up to become the patriarch of the modern-day Dutton family. And it will finally explore how a man like John Dutton II was shaped, not just by the Yellowstone Ranch, but by one of the deadliest conflicts in human history. The 1940s were a time of upheaval everywhere, especially in America. Families were split apart by war, resources were stretched thin, and rural life was forever changed. For a ranch like Yellowstone, the challenges would have been enormous. From managing livestock and protecting land rights to coping with rationing, labor shortages, and loss, the Duttons would have faced it all. And if one or more of the Dutton sons left to serve in the war, the stakes would be even higher. Will we see a young Dutton facing the horrors of Europe or the Pacific? Or will the show remain grounded in Montana, chronicling how the family held everything together while the world burned around them? Either way, expect a blend of epic wartime storytelling and deeply personal family drama, just like Taylor Sheridan has done so brilliantly in the past. Think of the high-stakes love story of Spencer and Alexandra or the tragic beauty of Elsa Dutton's journey in 1883. Could bring us the emotional core of a new generation, possibly the parents of John Dutton III, falling in love during a time of war, building a family in uncertain times, and laying the foundations of the Yellowstone empire we know today. Casting hasn't been officially announced, but there's potential for some familiar faces, now aged up, to return. Jack and Elizabeth, Spencer and Alexandra. Even Jacob and Cara Dutton's legacy could linger in the background. And since Dabney Coleman has passed, we know a new actor will need to take on the role of John Dutton II if he appears as a young adult. This isn't just another spin-off, it's a cornerstone. It's the chapter that could finally connect all the dots, emotionally and historically, between 1883, 1923, and Yellowstone. It's not just about filling in blanks, it's about honoring legacy. And that legacy is expanding even further. Alongside 1944, another series originally titled 2024, now called The Madison, is also in the works, set to star Michelle Pfeiffer and take place in the present-day Yellowstone timeline. Plus, there's the long-rumored Beth and Rip spin-off. With all these spin-offs, it's clear Taylor Sheridan's vision isn't slowing down. If anything, it's becoming more layered, more emotional, and more ambitious. So what can we expect from Yellowstone 1944? A powerful wartime saga, a love story born in chaos, and a chance to finally understand the roots of a man who would raise one of the most iconic characters in television history, John Dutton III. Get ready. The next chapter in the Dutton dynasty is coming, and this time it's marching to the drums of war.